Why do you build me up? Buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and the worst of all.
And surprises too. So we are so glad to be here. So as Derek mentioned, I don't know who was who, but I guess you figured that out. Yes. I can't sing without the rest of my family band, so don't ask. Next question. But we can't believe it's already been a whole year since we were with you before, and a lot has happened. So we thought we'd kind of recap that for you.
Nathan?
All right, thanks. Okay, sounds great. So I know we say this every year, but I think especially this past year, we are so grateful to people like you, our incredible ACE members and coaster enthusiasts who really helped us have what we consider to be one of our wildest years yet, of course, with Wildcats Revenge. So thank you to kick it off. And we're gonna kind of highlight a few things for you. Certainly it was a historic year for us. We marked 100 years of coasters at Hersheypark with our first hybrid as part of an iconic coaster collection that we continue to invest in. So in case you were counting, and I know Amanda does, we have added 6 coasters since 2012, and we are so glad to continue hearing your feedback about what you want to see at the park, and we are so honored that you choose to visit us to get your coaster credits. So we were thrilled to have ACE throughout the park, especially on June 16th, to celebrate the world's longest coaster ride, Take a Ride on Wildcats Revenge. So if you didn't know, the Wildcat has a unique history for us at Hersheypark. It was the very first coaster that was purchased and added to the park by our founder, Milton S. Hershey, all the way back in 1923. So as you can see in some of these photos, we tried to incorporate some of the original designs, like the gable style, into the coaster station, because blending something historic with something new and innovative is at the heart of what we're trying to continue to offer at Hersheypark. So, show of hands, how many of you have ridden Wildcats Revenge unlike Amanda? Okay, so did you like it or did you love it?
Yes.
So thank you so much for, first of all, demanding that we arm seat it for 10 noted. And so we have a couple surprises here. So these are some of the hats we give out in our media event. You cannot buy these. You have to earn them by answering some trivia questions. So anyone know how fast Wildcats Revenge goes? Oh my gosh, they're so formal. I might be shouting it out.
In the back with the glasses.
64?
So close. Here up front.
55.
You got it.
62. Yeah. We've got a hat. This, I feel like Oprah. Okay, and how tall is the new lift hill? Yes, sir. Yep, 140.
We'll look in the back for the next one.
Okay, how many inversions do you go through in the blue shirt?
4.
Okay, they're gonna get harder, like this next one. All right, do you mind coming up? Track length, how long in linear feet?
I see a hand right in the middle there in the back.
Yes, sir.
3,510.
You got it.
That is wow. You really earned that hat, sir.
Would you like to come up for your hat?
And how long is the ride time? More than double the previous experience.
Hand over there?
Yes, just about. Yep, 2 minutes and 36 seconds.
That counts.
It does count. So we've got hats coming everywhere. So in case you didn't get a chance to ride it yet, here is a taste of what you are missing. We might need your help on clicking on the link here for the video. Whoop. not allowed to say this when I do TV interviews,
It's so good, we have to watch it again.
but this ride is badass, and we are so excited. And we were very honored to bring to Hershey for the very first time a golden ticket for the best new roller coaster. So thank you. And for voting, and we were also just ranked second by USA Today in their top 10 new attractions of the year. So we definitely feel like we have a winner on our hands. Speaking of winning,
Yes, speaking of winning, are there any hockey fans in the room? Nice, I like to see it. Yeah, so Hershey is home to the Hershey Bears. It's our AHL hockey team. Woohoo! I know, the longest continuously operating club that still plays in its original city. And for all you hockey fans out there, it was a really exciting past season for us. The Hershey Bears took home their 12th Calder Cup, which is the most of any AHL franchise. And leading into the AHL All-Star break, they are seated right at the top of the standings. So we are hopeful for another playoff run, which is exciting. And since everybody in this room is amusement park fans, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that we have a really exciting promo coming up, Hersheypark Pass Night. So if you purchase a ticket to the game, it's in mid-March, you get a free Hersheypark ticket, valid through the end of June. So if you already have season passes to Hersheypark, you can give it to a friend. And then you can take that ticket and come and experience some of our new light packages that we introduced this past year on Wildcats Revenge and Lightning Racer. And as Quinn had mentioned, we're always looking for guest feedback, and one of the things we heard is to extend summer hours. So we did our best to offer some later hours for some of the days in the summer so that you could experience riding these coasters at night with their new lights. And in 2023, we also stepped up our game with some of our seasonal events, Hersheypark Halloween and Dark Nights and Christmas Candy Lane. We offered some new twists on experiences at the Chocolatier, which is our restaurant, bar, and patio in Chocolatetown. Oh, I love it, thank you. And the theme really, especially for Hersheypark Halloween and Dark Nights, was more. So we had more days and hours after our inaugural seasonal event that we heard you guys really liked. We offered more food offerings, more scares, more sliders, a new Fallout Zone scare zone, and then a 5th haunted house with Annie Mortem's abattoir. And all the houses had evolved storylines. That one was definitely the most immersive as far as storylines go. So if anybody has any feedback on what they'd like to see for this coming year and future years, please let Quinn and I know while we're here, because we will surely pass along that information. And then our culinary team is really pushing the envelope with all of our F&B offerings, especially for Dark Nights. We had more than 75 food and beverage offerings during this seasonal event. We introduced a Dark Nights tasting pass so you could try 5 different offerings. And we also had an RIP dinner buffet, which was my personal favorite. You were able to interact closely with our scare actors in a more intimate setting and experience some incredible food offerings. And in the middle bottom photo, you can see some of our hot chocolate from Christmas Candy Lane, which is my favorite event of the year. What about you?
lids are bigger than your head.
Literally,
You
yes.
can't go wrong with that.
Yes, it's over the top offerings at Hershey. So our award-winning king size shakes, we have our hot chocolate, and then our fudge from the Sweetery in the bottom right photo. The Sweetery is our confectionery kitchen. It's in Hershey's Chocolatetown. It's open without a Hersheypark ticket, and the fudge is up for a Brass Ring Award this year. So if you will be here through the weekend, the Sweetery is open. And if you're looking for something for Valentine's Day, there is really no better place to go than to pick up a sweet treat from there. All right. You're welcome. It was all me. I did it.
Well, and I think it's important to note too that, we tried something different the first year we did it, but then the second year, all of those experiences were included
Yes.
with the ticket or a season pass. So that will continue. We'll continue to expand.
And even from a culinary standpoint, if anybody, like the adult beverages, has any suggestions, our culinary team is always all ears. Quinn and I and our team monitor our social media channels, so if you have any feedback and you want to share it with us on there, if you don't catch us here today, we do pass everything along to leadership, as you can see with our RMC that you guys have been asking for. So please feel free to let us know if you have any recommendations. And then Christmas Candy Lane, I was unfortunately out for, or fortunately, but we marked 40 years for Christmas Candy Lane, and it was also the 20th anniversary of Sweet Lights, which is our drive-through light attraction that's located right down the road from Hersheypark. And even the governor of Pennsylvania decided to pay our reindeer a visit. He and his team stopped by to announce that Santa's reindeer were certified to fly for Christmas Eve. And we are the only place in the Northeast with all 9 of Santa's reindeer, including Rudolph. When I go and I stop by, it's such a magical experience. It's one of my favorite offerings and experiences for the entire season. And then we also added, for all the coaster fans, Wildcats Revenge to the coaster lineup for Christmas Candy Lane. It was the first winter for that, so that will continue.
So that was 2023. Now looking ahead to this year. So our 118th season will kick off in less than 50 days. We were in our maintenance shop earlier this week and our team was like, how many days do we have left to get everything ready? But they're hard at work for you. So just want to give you a sense of our calendar. We hope you have the date circled for our opening date, March 29th. That's our earliest opening date ever. So we're excited. Hopefully weather cooperates here in Pennsylvania for us to do that. So spring weekends kick off, and then you can see our summer schedule there. We're open every day from Memorial Day, obviously through Labor Day. And we've got some more surprises to come, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. But one of the big things that we did this year is we did introduce a new offer for our season pass holders. Does anybody have a giant size season pass? Oh, heart to you. I have chocolate hearts to give you. Raise your hand first. So our giant size season pass is a newer offering that we just offered for 2024. You get daily single-use fast tracks, access to an exclusive lounge, 3 Hersheypark tickets to enjoy, and then all the perks of all the other levels. And before you ask, we know you want to know where the giant size lounge is. And I promise we will tell you very soon, just not today. Very soon, so stay tuned to our social media channels, and we think you're going to like the central location. So one of the other things we have been doing based on the feedback of our season pass holders is trying to take into account best ways to offer the best value across a variety of budget points. So one of the new things that we're pleased to offer for 2024 is the pre-K pass. So that'll enable guests under the age of 5 to come in free as part of a full king or giant size pass. I wish that had existed when my children were that age, but we're excited to see younger guests kind of making more memories with us. I know my kids are definitely excited. We've got some new friends in the Aqua Theater. So we have, I know, aren't they cute? Harbor Seal Scooter and Cetera came to us in December, and then we have a new female California sea lion, Reese, of course, aptly named. And they all have special needs, so we're excited to give them our forever home with us and have them available for when we kick off the spring shows. Speaking of shows, we know how many of you loved being able to see a show in Music Box Theater as part of the Halloween season. Stay tuned for summer. That is all I can say. Please. Yeah, speaking of entertainment.
I was just going to say, has anybody been to a show at Hersheypark Stadium? Wow, I'm impressed. I did not expect that many people. That's awesome. So Hersheypark Stadium is our 30,000, sometimes we push it a little bit, seat venue located right next door to Hersheypark. There really isn't many places where you can go and ride coasters during the day and then sing with your favorite acts under the stars at night while the coasters are still running in the background. It's a really special venue. Historic for this year, it's marking its 85th anniversary with our longest summer concert series to date. So it kicks off in May with Morgan Wallen, and then we wrap up at this time in October with Pink. Yes! Personally, I think it's one of our best lineups we've ever had. There's something for every musical taste. So obviously Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson, not together, they're separate. Close, yes. We have
Didn't go well the last time we were together.
We have Creed, Foo Fighters. Who else am I?
Green Day.
Green Day, Def Leppard and Journey, New Kids on the Block. Yeah,
You're
lots
a
of
90s fan.
yeah, something for
And maybe
everyone.
a few more still to
Stevie Nicks. Stevie Nicks. Are there any Stevie Nicks fans in the house? Nice. So if you're interested in checking out,
People are fighting.
if you're interested in checking out the full lineup or to purchase tickets, HersheyEntertainment.com is the place that you want to head. And then, as Mike had alluded to, we are in a different location this year. but we wanted to bring some of our behind the scenes of our maintenance to you guys this year. So Quinn and I had the opportunity earlier this week to walk through our on-site maintenance shop. We wanted to give you guys some behind the scenes looks at what we had seen. And we know we're biased, but we have to give a shout out to our awesome maintenance team. Over 200 full-time employees, everything from electricians to painters, and you name it, we have it. So as we were touring through the shop, we saw a couple of interesting things that you can see up here on the screen. On the left is our Trailblazer restraints. Does anybody know it's celebrating a monumental anniversary this year? Anybody know how many years? 50, yes, which is a big one for us. And then we came to our Jolly Rancher remix section, and we were like, what is going on here? This wasn't inserted incorrectly. The train car was actually on its side, which was fun to see. And then our team also handles maintenance for our tram cars that take guests from the parking lot to Tram Circle in the front of the park. And we do have an on-site sign shop, so the team is really busy designing and painting and repairing all the signage that you see, not just at Hersheypark, but across the entire entertainment complex. So everything from ride signage, like you can see Candemonium here, to the beautiful Welcome to Hershey signs that you see as you're coming into town, our F&B locations, our Hershey Bears, they really touch on everything. And then we have our incredible, beautiful horse here from our PTC carousel. Our team takes such care of the horses, so they take some of them off each off season and paint them and touch them up. They're all original to the ride, so that's something that our team is really proud of. And then for anybody like me who has younger kiddos in their families, I think they'll be excited with these next two updates. So the middle is our Corvette car, one of them, from Traffic Jam. We are painting it pink, and my daughter had a spoiler alert of this, and she screamed out loud, so she was really excited about that. And then Tiny Tracks is hopefully going to be back on track come spring. So we're gonna do a little trivia for you. Maybe we'll go back, but it's okay, you'll get a tease here. We have 3 pictures on the next couple slides of some close-ups of the parts that we saw in the shop. And we want you to guess. We have some chocolate, of course, as prizes.
And as long as you're not allergic to peanut butter, this will be featured in tomorrow's Super Bowl from our friends at the Hershey Company. They're doing a Super Bowl commercial for the first time in a long time, but we got them early for you guys to try.
Yeah.
If you get the questions right.
This one is pretty easy because the color kind of gives it away. We're starting out easy. I was just gonna say, Melinda, what did you yell?
That would be a surprise, right? We're like, hey, we're going with an orange.
Oh, there's over here. No.
All right, the gentleman there at the same table. I'm sorry?
Super Duper Looper.
You got it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you won it. It's yours. Oh man, I'm like, sorry. Okay, go.
Oh, I have to figure out how to, she's leaving me in charge of cooking. Okay. This one's a little tougher. Close up. Coaster. Yes. How'd you know that? Celebrating an anniversary this year, 25 years. Very good. And then the last one. Yes.
Storm Runner?
No? Nope.
Trailblazer?
You got it. 50 years. Would you like some chocolate?
Oh, thank you. So then when we were in the maintenance shop, we also got to take a look at some of the Comet cars that are in there. You can get a look at the new restraints. We know this has created a lot of buzz. It's really hard on that. No, you know what, my actual idea, and this is an Ace exclusive that won't happen, I wanted to create a bar in the Hollow area and call it the Buzz Bar. No? Too soon? We'll see what we can do. We know that it could be a little controversial, but it's really important for us that we are always meeting modern safety standards for the next generation of riders. So give them a chance because they are absolutely stunning. So when we unveiled them at IAPA Expo in November, so many people walked by and complimented how pretty they were, which is not always something you hear for a coaster. but we'll definitely take it. So just want to take a quick moment and recognize our incredible partners at PTC because they exhibited at IAPA for 100 years this year. And whether it's the carousel or creating kind of these beautiful new cars for a new generation of riders, they are incredible partners, and we are so lucky to have them as our partners, but also just in this industry. So congratulations on that milestone for sure. So this is a look at them in the station, ready to go. So as you probably noticed, they have a beautiful new logo on the front. It's a bit of a throwback to the 70s logo, where we've got the 3-tone for blue. One of the things I love is that the star pattern goes the whole way down the train, and the paint, pictures don't do it justice. The paint really does glitter and shine, and we're so excited for those to launch here this spring. So to make sure it's easier for everyone in this room to ride Comet or any other one of our coasters, we have put a single-use fast track under your name for you and a guest. So when you come to visit Hersheypark, you're just going to check in at ticketing services, and then we'll help you cut the line just a little faster on one of our rides, and we hope you use it on Comet. What is this here? So we received a first class shipment, and that's all we're gonna say. Except we hope to see you very soon with us here at Hersheypark. And if you don't mind hitting the video on that for us, maybe. Should be a video, if you don't mind. I think you were sleeping over there. I need to give you some chocolate. Just a little hype video to get you ready for spring, if it works. If not, we'll just keep giving away candy. All right, any questions? Yes, sir. The signage. That's a good question. I don't.
Excited for the season.
That's what it looks like when you ride Comet these days. We do have some station updates planned, and if you were going to ask about retail, we'll work with the retail team on those new logos too. It's not a,
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, just imagine beautiful Ferris wheel, coasters, people having fun, moving, yeah, actually riding. No worries. Any other questions? I think we have a couple minutes. Yes.
Is it true that Skyrock's
Next question.
Were you here last year? Because our coin phrase was "stay tuned," so we're gonna use that again this year.
Well, welcome. Next question. Stay tuned. Yes, sir.
In the past, the comet trains, each one had the name of a different comet. Is that right?
We are still exploring that with the team. Yeah. So we'll keep you posted as we get closer to spring. Yes.
One of the perks that you guys introduced this past year was the pass holder rewards program, where every time you visited or complete a certain challenge, you get points and prizes. Will that be returning for this year?
Yes, the loyalty challenge will be back for 2024. So hopefully you like it. We are always planning something, but we're going to take it 1 year at a time. So stay tuned. Any other questions?
Yes, in the back.
Is there any discussion about keeping the tasting packs and making it season long, and or keeping some of the special food stands, like the spiral potatoes staying around?
I'm not sure I got the end of that. The tasting pass that we offered for Hersheypark Halloween,
Offering that throughout the season.
not throughout the season, but we have plans to expand it for Hersheypark Halloween. But thanks for your feedback on that. Yes. Oh, in the beautiful Jolly Rancher remix shirt. The tie-dye is just so springy.
Speaking of food, is there any future plans on expanding the dining plan itself year-round?
Probably not, given the seasonal availability of many of our locations, but hopefully you noticed that if you selected the all-season dining plan, we added 2 new locations. So now Subway's on there, and then my favorite, Philadelphia Cheesesteak Company. So we're experimenting with all those things based on how many stands can be open, especially in the colder months. It's probably not likely, but you do get to use it from the first day of operation in spring all the way through the last day of summer. So even though we used to call it an all summer dining plan, it's really a spring summer. So eat your heart out with us. Any other questions?
What's your guys' favorite ride?
Well, my favorite ride was Sky Rush. I think it'll probably be Wildcats Revenge when I get on it.
I know, poor thing.
I like the
Waiting
thrill.
for Bacon to do a couple
Yes.
of things so she gets a chance to ride it. I'm gonna say comment, just because my youngest just conquered it. And so I'm excited to be able to ride things as a family. And it has a lot more airtime than I remember it having when I was a child, so it's the perks of getting older.
I like that question. What's your favorite ride?
What's Sky Rush?
There you go.
Yes, sir. Probably a last one, right, Mike?
Yeah, my favorite bus.
Especially when you sit on like the bridge and go down the water. These are big plans to upgrade that. It's basically been the same for a long time. And I see that, a lot of people really enjoy that.
Yeah, so stay tuned. They're good. I know, I'm not, guys, it's February. I can't give away all of our secrets for, kind of October and beyond. But yes, we've heard that feedback. So between the Noel Light Show and Sweet Lights,
We're motivated to make investments in Christmas.
yeah, for sure. All right, thank you so much for having us.